In today's video, I'm going to share with you the books that I read in the months of July and August. Let's get started. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Dee Blair Gold. Here on my channel, you will find me on my author journey. You'll find writing tips, TBRs, book reviews, motivational videos, as well as some crafts and lifestyle hacks for the mature woman. So if you're interested in any of those, be sure to subscribe. Thank you in advance. The first book I read in July, and I don't have any of the physical books, so you'll see the pictures here. The first book is titled Long Time Coming, and that is by the author Vanessa Miller, and she's a Christian writer, and this book was so exciting. First, let me give you a little bit, tell you just something real fun about Miss Miller. She just released her 50th book as an author. I believe that book is called Forever. I haven't read it yet, but I think that was just really awesome, and she had a big celebration on Facebook and other media on it. Well, I know Facebook. Congratulations. This book I really enjoyed. Now, this book was a choice that was chosen by my church book club. Diamonds and Pearls, woo! Shout out. And I loved this book, and I read this one in July. I didn't get much reading done in July. I read this leading up to the week of July 24th. But this book was about, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but I'm telling you, it was really, after you've written 50 books, of course you're going to be well written. But I thought it was really grounded characters, and it was about pretty much Kenesha Small. It was about a young girl that lived in a housing project. She had 3 children, and she had three children by 3 different fathers, and she found out that she had cancer and that she was going to die. And I think she was like 23 years old. Yes, and she ends up teaming up, becoming good friends with her son's teacher, and they first of all knocked heads, but then they had the best relationship. And at the end, I don't want to tell all of the facts of the book, but you probably want to pick up this book. It's really good, and it really makes you think. And it had the inspiration about Christianity woven through it, about belief, your beliefs, and who you believe in. It was just a really moving and beautiful book. Matter of fact, I cried. I was crying some of the ways, and it had a lot of funny spots in it when the children's father would come around, and then the young girl herself that was dying, she had a tumultuous relationship with her mom, and towards the end of the book you find out it really wasn't even all mom. It was some other things that transpired to get mom how she was, and it had their relationship on the rocks for years. But it was a really great book, and that's just a short synopsis of it. If you guys want to pick it up, I'll try to put the links of all these books that I'm mentioning down in the description box, so if you want to check them out. But I'm not affiliated with any of these, but just so if you want to find them easier. And most of the people in the church club, a lot of them didn't. They said, oh, it was so sad. It was just heartbreaking. But it was, and it also has some joyous points, the funny points, and points that make you laugh. And, it had a mixture. It was just really great. And there was so many other characters in the book. And the relationship at the end was heart-wrenching with the young girl's dad comes to her at the end. Just saying. Okay, so that's book number 1. So that's all I read in July. I wish I could be like some other people and read 8-10 books in 1 month, but so far it hasn't happened. Even I listen to the books on audio or talk to speech. What is it? Yeah, text to speech. But still, I can't get that many books in. Just saying. Okay, here's the books I read in August. Okay, in August, I finished a book that I had started reading a few months ago, and that was The Maze Runner by James Dashner. I'm going to be honest, I'm really pushing and trying to read other genres, And guess this is like dystopian or sci-fi. I don't even really know what it's labeled under, but I finished it. I just couldn't, I guess because I kept starting it and stopping it. This is over several months. I just didn't get the full story. And initially, as I said in another video, I don't remember which one, I'll try to link it in the cards. When I was at work, one of the teachers was reading the story to the students, and I wanted to join in, but then I had to go and do my other assignments, so I would miss out. But I got it finished. But I'm gonna be honest, I only remember bits and pieces. Hey, it had 2 or 3 other books to it also, plus a movie. So I told myself I'm going to find it and look for it on Netflix and watch the movie. Okay, so I finished that because I don't like to leave books unfinished unless they're totally just not for me. I'll just pass them on to someone else. I'm excited. I read 2 books by indie authors, and that's really, I feel so great about that. And the first book that I read, which is totally a different genre for me, that I don't even think I've ever read a book in this genre, but it's The Song of the Dryad by Natalia Lee. Oh my gosh, I read that from front to back. I was engulfed in it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I like the strength of the young girl. Okay, let me tell you her name. I loved her strength in the book. I didn't write notes on this because I was listening sometimes late at night. Sometimes I would fall asleep because I don't know why I do that. Reading late at night in bed, but that's the good thing about audio. I just stop it and I go back. I mean, the strength of the daughter. It was with the daughter, a father, a mom, and the grandma. I think the grandmother was the mother of the girl's father. But it was about magic, and it was about fantasy, and someone kidnapped the mom. I don't want to tell you guys all the information, but it is a really good read. I mean, it made me think. The girl was out there fighting, looking for her mom out there in the forest, in the woods. The way Miss Lee wrote the book, it made me think I was out there in the forest trying. And then all the little characters, and oh man, it was just really, and people that you thought you know who they were, you really didn't know who they were. I really enjoyed the book. I also wrote a review. This is a short review. Pretty much the same what I just said on Amazon. Also, I read Shattered, the Glass Corridor series. I think that's what it's called. And that was by, let me get that straight. Yeah, it's the Glass Corridor Trilogy. That's by author Aphrodite Lee. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. That book is about, oh my gosh, that one I read in about 4 days. I read, because I had some parts I had to go back and say, wait, what happened? Wait, what? It was really interesting. And it's about a young girl, very smart, intelligent girl that went off to a fancy college called Halstead. And everybody already was expecting her to come. They knew about her before she got there. I guess this is an issue that she has because she's so smart and everybody just want to hate, just to be hating. Oh my gosh, she went through some stuff. As soon as she gets there, a guy calls her the N-word. Oh my God. And when she gets there, she's on crutches. All right. Anyway, she meets another guy just as smart as she is. I mean, they doing plays together. And then she meets these 2 besties. I thought they were so cool, especially Pui. It's a P-U-I. I think that's how I pronounced it on my reader. That was so awesome. And then it was some tragedy. It was sadness. It was love. It was just tender. It was some stuff, I'm going to tell you. It was family, togetherness. That book, I can't wait till, obviously there are going to be 2 more books, and I would love to read them. Great job, Miss Lee. I really enjoyed it. The last book that I started but I didn't finish it. I started, okay, it has like 14 little short stories within the book, and that book is called All Aunt Hagar's Children, and that is by Edward P. Jones. The story that I read, the first story, was titled In the Blink of God's Eye. They say he's a master at writing short stories, and he's won several awards for it. I listened to this story, and it just cut to the chase. And you have to really keep up. It's just like cut to the chase. It reminds me sometimes when you're watching those snappy movies, like when we used to watch Empire, if you ever watched it, or when they brought back Dallas to the screen, the new Dallas, how it was boom, just choppy. But it has so much powerful information in those lines and in those sentences and those paragraphs. I was like, whoa, I had to go back and reread a few parts. But then towards the end, I don't know if it's just me, but I was thinking, well, did Aubrey die? Did he die out there in the snow? I don't know. Just saying, if somebody knows, let me know in the description box. I even went, I didn't go exactly to Cliff Notes, but I did Google it to see, did Aubrey in All Aunt Hagar's Children die at the end? Because he was on a horse. But anyway, the beginning and the middle and the story was just fascinating. That's what you call good literary writing. I think I would call it literary writing. But it was really interesting. And it was about a young couple that had met in, I think they met in Virginia, and then they went to try to live in Kansas, and that didn't work out. So they had to go back. And then they ended up in Washington or somewhere. But anyway, it was just crazy. It was just good drama. The woman found a baby in a tree. The husband resented the baby. It was just, he didn't even want the woman to name the baby. It was a lot. It's something to think about. But anyway, I really enjoyed those reads. That book has 13 other short stories in it, so I'll transfer that over into my August reading. Next week will be a TBR list of books that I will be reading in September. If any of those books are interesting to you, hey, why not check them out? I really love them. It makes me feel good, especially the two indie authors, because I'm on my own author journey, and I'm hoping that I can write something as fantastic and nice as they did. Their work was nice. The books were beautiful outside and inside, and the stories just came alive in my mind. I just really appreciated all the stories that I read. Good books. And I really thank you guys for stopping by once again to check in with Dee. If you know anyone that's interested in writing their own book, or just want to hear books that I've read, or books to be referred to them, is what I'm trying to say, be sure to tell them to check out Dee Blair Gold Writes. You guys leave comments of any of these books. Have you read any of the books that I mentioned today? If so, let me know of some of the ones that you've read. Also, be sure to give my page a like. That'll help me with the algorithm. I was trying to get 100 subscribers by September 30th. So anybody that you want to refer to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys read and love and take care of yourselves at this time. And I will see you guys in my next video. Later, Gators.